You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
God, that's actually. I have not taught anybody this. I had my first date in years the other day, and I went to the movies. I actually sat for an hour until I got up for the first time. That's like a record for CJ.
There you go.
Because you're right, I cannot stand still to save my damn life. I can't do it. Every time I'll sit in here for 10 minutes and it'll feel like 40 years, you know? Solitary confinement works sometimes. For people like me, I've got to talk to folks. You can talk to a lot of really like-minded and great people coming up on March the 6th. We are here, my friends. We are here.
Yeah.
How are you two feeling about this?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm excited.
Well, this is a really great opportunity. Raise Your Spiritual IQ. The free spiritual experience series begins this Thursday, March the 6th at 1 p.m. with their first installment, Past Life, Present Lessons. And every one of these is going to be an extended learning session because you're giving everyone a free book every session so they can take it with them and use it for whenever they need it the most.
Yeah.
Exactly. One of the things that's really cool about Raise Your Spiritual IQ is that it's for anybody.
Yeah.
Because we're all spiritual at heart. Whether we are aware of that or not, that's another thing. But I think everybody pretty much knows that something else is going on and that there's a reason why we're here. And when it says past life, present lessons, we do talk about karma a lot, where cause and effect. The thing about past lives, a lot of people go, oh, well, I'm not even interested in that because I don't believe in past lives. But then think about this. We have had past lives in this life.
True.
We have a past. So there's cause and effect always. It's not just happening right in this moment. It's happened since the moment we were born.
Right.
So you could even think about it that way.
Well, that's a great way to think about it, too, because so many times, especially my generation is with the social media and all the cameras on you all the time, and you just think you can't move anymore. They think that as a group, they think we're defined by that. That defines who you are, and there's no change. That's not true. Right. And you can go back and it's a tough reflection when you go back and you really start to think of, the past in your past life, because I could tell you mine was not the best, and we've talked about it on the show with Centerstone, but you go and you reflect on those things and you go, wow, this happened because I can tell you, I know exactly why the X, Y, and Z happened. Mm-hmm. If you reflect, because you will see it. You will see the cause somewhere down the line. That was something that you yourself did.
Yeah.
That's a big phrase in hindsight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is, because you'll never see it.
Yeah.
You'll never see it in live, correct?
Okay, that's why this is so important, because there comes a time when you don't want to keep creating the karma.
Right.
Where you want to stop and say, okay, like if you have a connection with someone, go ahead.
Well, it's just the cycle, right? It's that cycle of, and sometimes it's abuse. Sometimes you don't think of it that way. It's just a cycle of, you live life. It's your routine it becomes. And then the moment you stop it, you think you're doing something wrong.
That's so true. We're very hard on ourselves. Most souls they look at what we've done wrong, or they think of bad karma. They don't like the word karma. They think, oh, that hurts. But it's
a learning thing. If you don't step outside yourself, like you said, you're always on the media, and if you don't say, I want to really find out who I am, I want to raise my spiritual awareness,
Yeah. Well,
you get stuck sometimes.
Another thing, too, is, and it might not just be it's just from my perspective as an athlete, I played soccer for 14 years without taking a break. And when college came and went, and I realized that it wasn't something that I loved too much anymore, and it was time to quit, it put me in a pretty bad spot, because I realized my routine of 14 years of traveling the country playing soccer was over. What do I like? Because I never had time for that. And so it's like you said, it's figuring out, what's CJ like to do that's not soccer related, Mm-hmm. And that got pretty dangerous, let me tell you, because I didn't know what I liked, and it led to some pretty bad things, and so it's one of those things where it's so important to really discover, the qualities of yourself. And, some things you might not think you ever wanted to do, or that's kind of weird, until you get into it and you go, wow, this is me.
And understanding. The word is understanding.
Yeah, that's so important.
Because there's a lot of confusion in the world. True. And when it comes down to our own personal relationships and connections, sometimes we wonder, well, why is that? And there's always something. There's always a connection. And to me, karma is about, believe it or not, is about divine love. Because it's learning. When you think about even this lifetime, you're having lessons to learn how to give and receive divine love. Now, divine love is unconditional love, which is acceptance of everybody and everything around us. And that's hard. Because if we see someone suffering, we want to get in there and help someone who's suffering. And the only way that I know of is to support that person in their decisions. Come to an understanding that I don't know what their life is like or what their lives have been like and what's made them. Where none of us are victims. That's a big one.
Ooh, that's huge. Yeah.
It's huge.
That's a big thing for my generation right now.
Well, for
and
anybody,
a lot of people. Yeah.
Anybody, to blame this person or blame that person because it's easier.
True. So much easier.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Well, it just seems like you can get the train to join you up when
the what?
The train. Whenever you start saying, well, X, Y, and Z did this, it's very easy to find those 2 or 3 that go, oh, you're right. You're right. You're darn right that did that.
Oh, I see.
But whenever you go, because there's been times that I've had to do it, and I go, oh, I made an this wasn't good. Yeah. Oh, no, CJ, you were just fine. Well, no, because that's what puts it,
Yeah, that self-responsibility is huge. And it's it's part of the polishing that we do, when we start learning more about ourselves. It's like I've been in this rock tumbler for a long time, going round and round, but I'm getting brighter as I go.
Let me ask you both of you this question, and I know that all of you are going to take hopefully some of this away on Thursday, March the 6th at 1 p.m., and we'll go through the details of it, but this is the conversation or some of the topics you'll be hearing is, whenever you started to really get into this, but really understand the idea of, a karma or some type of divine love, how did you get past the self-criticism and the self-punishment that comes with overstating karma? Because there was a time, and this is just me personally, where I was so into cause and effect that I thought, oh man, if I did that, what's going to happen today? What's going to happen? And it kind of ate me alive for a little bit. And I don't know if you ever went through that yourselves.
Yeah, you wait for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Like, look what I did. And then you're looking around and going, wait. But, for me, I think it was the gift of understanding that I am a spark of God, and whatever I do, I'm going to learn from it. And those around me, hopefully, will learn from what I've done and don't do that. But, or maybe they'll, learn much more about it and say, yes, that's something that I want to work towards, that understanding that I'm truly a spark of God,
Yeah.
That is true. The idea and the belief and the knowing that I exist beyond this physical life.
Yeah.
And then, and knowing that I've had other lifetimes to get to this point. We're all very spiritually at this point because of all these things have brought us to it. And the other thing is that there is fear. There is fear and there's guilt when we take responsibility sometime and go, ooh, I did that. But to dwell in that state is negating the fact that I'm a spark of God, that I'm love, I'm here to learn a lesson, and it's almost a point of vanity to be a victim. Oh, poor me, look what I did, me. Right. That's vanity as much as the hubris that comes from, oh, look how great I am. Okay, the reality is if you believe, as I do and Sheila does, that we are soul, and that we're here in this wonderful school, this wonderful classroom, this life is a gift to teach me how to be a better person, a more understanding love, compassionate to others, then it comes. But the self-criticism never stops. I catch myself because I'm human. That I'm not a physical. I'm not the physical body. I'm not emotions. I'm not my mind. I'm soul. But I have all of these bodies to have experiences. So soul can learn, forgive yourself, Forgive that other person as best you can. It's not controlling the others. It's letting go and letting God, basically.
Well, this is truly, I think, one of our most enlightening segments, I think, on what this series is all about, because I think sometimes when people hear the word spiritual and all, there's an automatic wall that's put up for some reason. I don't know what that reason is, but it just seems to be that way. But so many people right now, no matter what,
I just have to say, it could be from past life.
It could be. Yeah.
It could be even from this life. If you had a parent that was just like, you're a sinner, or you have done this, or don't do that, the rules, and you don't want any more of that.
Yeah.
You think of rules. It's not about rules, but go ahead.
No, you're right. I'm glad you brought that up. It's just so many people right now, and just from my conversations with folks, it's not about to me, this is multi-denominational. It doesn't matter what you practice. It's going to help you in your everyday life. And there's so many people right now that have folks in their lives that are on substances and they don't know how to connect with them, and they're maybe going through turmoil. And this is just from people I talk to on my show, and they get lost because the people they love are in this terrible, tumultuous cycle, and they get so invested into trying to, save them and trying to get them back that they lose sight of who they are. And it's one of those things where this hour on Thursday, March the 6th at 1 p.m. at RiverBend Yoga, that's a great starting point, just to not, go and maybe change everything in your life, but to just, like you keep saying, reflect and going back and really just examining this karma perspective and really going and diving into it,
One way that can help, and that has helped me tremendously forever, is the Hughes song. Mm-hmm. It's non-denominational. Yep. It doesn't belong to any religion. It's a very high vibratory word. It's a love song to God. Some people say it like it's my prayer. It's just Hugh, and you can think it. You need to experiment. You go, what's one word? It is powerful. Mm-hmm. There is power in the hue. It's not a magic ingredient to control anything. And that's hard, because you say, there's a story about you want gas or God. Somebody was, going and driving along, and they were almost out of gas, and they were on a country road, and they
started hewing.
They started hewing. And they got really strong inside. An inner voice said, do you want gas or do you want God? And it was he made it where he needed to go, but he had to laugh because we want to control.
Yep.
And we use whatever we can. Sometimes the best thing is to control the emotion from getting out of balance.
Yeah.
And the hue helps.
It's like it recenters and, adjusts the volume that's coming in, that's static, and it's just like it puts you in a place where you can go, yes,
connect with God.
I have the next moment, I'm not just this moment here.
Yes.
I love it. You guys got a moment to stick around?
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about this. You can raise your spiritual IQ. The free spiritual experience on March the 6th. That's when it begins. 1 p.m. RiverBend Yoga. That's
Thursday.
100 West 3rd Street this Thursday. We'll take a quick break and come back with more right after this one.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing?
We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. At least I'm back on track. What the heck happened here? Took your name off and everything. What happened? Hold on here. I got this. I will figure this whole kit and caboodle out. We're going to get this going. Refresh to nothing. All right, we'll run ads. I'm like a NASCAR driver. Back to it. We'll figure out the lower third on the fly here. But back into Raise Your Spiritual IQ, this free spiritual experience series, which is really just the Eckankar Society.
Eckankar, it's the Eckankar, the Path of Spiritual Freedom.
Perfect. I wanted to make sure that I got the name 100% right because they're doing a lot to help support this too. You
can do ek-illinois.org. This is on the website, and there's a phone number, and I don't know it. 630. Oh, yes, I do know it. I have it in my phone.
Oh, look at you. We're prepared.
Okay, 630-427-5950. 630-427-5950. And it's a recorded message, but you can leave your name, phone number, email, whatever is best for you, and we'll get back to you.
That's really good. And these are going to be on the first Thursday of each month for the next 3 months, starting this Thursday, March the 6th. It begins with past lives, present lessons. Now, when you show up to the series, whichever one you decide to, I hope you go to all 3, but if you show up at the first one, you're going to get Raise Your Spiritual IQ, right. the workbook.
It's a journal.
Excuse me.
It's an experience journal. It's really beautiful. And that's the thing about writing down your experiences, your insights, whatever they are. Because your intention to connect with whatever you see as that higher power with God, our soul, really makes a difference. During your day, you go, okay, I'll do the hue, and I'll sing hue inwardly 2 or 3 times, then let it go and go on. But that absolutely changes the course. It's like the butterfly wing.
True.
Changes the course of the day. So the journal is really important, and that one carries through all 3 times. So if you can only come to the second one or even just to the third one, you'll get the journal.
And every one you go to, you're also going to get an additional book.
Right. Yeah, this one will be given out, Eckankar Key to Past Lives, at this as well. And, it'll take you further in your study. We'll go through a little bit of this, but the main focus is learning how to raise that spiritual IQ in whatever way.
So what's the format of the hour? Is it going to be an open discussion or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And everybody comes in, welcomes. It's we had said this before, it's like a round table. Everybody sits around and it's make each other comfortable.
Yeah.
It's very low key as far as formality goes. And the book that Sheila referred to has some stories, has some tips, has some experiences of others. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is others, everybody getting to talk.
Yeah.
And it takes time to do that because people are going like, new people, it's like, what is this?
Right. You got to learn. You still got to kind of get up to speed.
And so asking questions is very important. So we put some things out and then see what kind of feedback we get and then go on and talk more and ask more questions. Sometimes we ask the question right back because some people have dreams about past lives.
Mm-hmm.
Or dreams that they don't understand that might be connected to past lives.
Right. Or they feel that maybe an attitude that they've been carrying is dragging them down, maybe it's about themselves, maybe it's about, the path, the sport that they chose, like you were sharing, or, it can be anything. And those questions are within us, and to be able to talk about it and figure out maybe the why. And journal and figure out even more.
There was a gentleman that came to one of these sessions, not in Alton, but this was in California when I was in California, and he had problems he had an attitude, a fear of elevators, a fear of heights. And it was not connected to anything. And he says, I want to be able to get over this fear. And it was like he didn't have any real reason for it. So we tried a spiritual exercise. We taught him, everybody did the spiritual exercise together. Mm-hmm. And he went off on his own, and it was the huge song and asking within. See, that's the thing. We all have that capability to ask within. Like you. And you already know the answer.
Right.
And most of us already know the answer. We just don't want to hear that answer.
Right.
And so what happened was he had a past life experience. He came back and told the group that he was on top of this tall, like volcano ledge. And because he had always thought he might be a victim, and he thought, he's going to get pushed in. You know how I guess some of the stories are that they sacrificial. He was the one doing the pushing.
Oh, wow.
That's what he discovered. And once he understood that his fear is connected to what he did, it resolved in a matter of months. I'm not going to say it happened overnight, but it resolved itself once he had that understanding of what he had done.
Wow. So fast. I mean, it's really just so enlightening and fascinating, too. And that's what you can have the opportunity to truly be a part of and witness for yourself. And it's like you guys keep saying, it's not, don't go in here and ask what your pet was, 4 years ago, or, was he George Washington? I saw that commercial the other day. That was just ridiculous. Have you seen that?
No.
There was a commercial from the 90s where you could call this phone number and it'd tell you what your dog was.
There you go.
One was George Washington, one was John Wayne. It was just, oh man. But
that's kind of cool that past lives are out there in a commercial.
Right. But
when you think about it.
Yeah, it is, because it's the idea that at least it's being discussed.
Yeah, we're not persecuted anymore. We're not tied up to a stake and burned. Well, you know what I'm saying? We have the opportunity to have these open discussions.
Well, you're right. And see, this is why I think it's so important, because anyone that has maybe a misconception over this conversation, it's really not this, it was your dog Elvis. It's about what have you done, maybe in past life could be what was, younger 20s looking like for you? Were you doing everything by the book? Was life easy? Or were there some things that you did that are, just circling back to you and finishing that cycle of karma, and it's so important to discuss that.
Right. And it's not just your fears, it's your loves, Why do I love, for myself, I love traveling. Switzerland was always somewhere I wanted to go, and I finally made it. And I felt more at home there than I ever have anywhere else. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of it was my mother went with us, and at one point we were on this lake going past these beautiful chalets, and I start to cry, and I look at her and she's crying, and I said, "Mama, you all right?" She said, "I always wanted to go to Switzerland as a little girl." And I remember in school, I said that to my teacher. They'd say, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I said, "I want to go to Switzerland." So I researched that a little bit more for myself and found that, yes, I had a past life there. And it was a pleasant life, and my mother was with me, which made it even better, So,
It's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. And so before we let you guys go now, let's get the details out for this first one. Riverbend Yoga, of course, 100 West 3rd Street. That's just literally 2 or 3 steps down the road from here. It's going to be Thursday, March the 6th at 1 p.m. Show up around 12:50.
Sure. We're there.
10 minutes before. And this one, you're going to discover the secrets of karma, reincarnation, answer questions about your life today. And this is all because of the work that Eckankar, the Path of Spiritual Freedom, is doing along with you two. And just a wonderful opportunity. Before I say goodbye for now, what should we get out there?
What should we get out there?
The floor is yours, Senators.
It's your life. It's everybody's individual life. And we make choices every time. And it's just love.
Yeah.
Do it. If it comes from your heart, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go there.
I like it. I truly do. And what a great statement to end on this first one. And Sheila,
thanks,
CJ.
Just come with that open heart, and you'll learn something.
Yeah. Open heart, open mind.
Exactly.
Really cool. Well, thank you all so much for stopping by.
Thank you, CJ.
Before I take a quick break, really quickly, I want to welcome on, this is the first day of March. Work day of March. Bear with me here. Centerstone's back on the team. Centerstone is truly just a national leader and innovator when it comes to substance use disorder and how you can help you or your loved one. Centerstone has a team of dedicated clinicians that use evidence-based practices in their treatment programs. This means the recovery care plan is developed for that person, you, or the individual, based on the latest science. It's not the tried and true for 20 years. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. It's tailored for you. They have so many great facilities around.
I have to say, because the individual is very important in Eckankar. What we've been talking about, that's an individual program.
Yeah.
We are an individual.
Yeah.
We are unique. So all of this that I love it.
Yeah.
That they're developing something specifically for that person.
To truly help them. And that's really what you hit it right on the head.
That's beautiful.
And no matter what, if you're in a crisis where you can go to maybe one of their crisis management facilities in Anna or one of their great programs throughout the Illinois area, go to centerstone.org, recoverwithus.org, and you'll see all of the available options. It's not a matter of finding the information that moment you need it. It's about knowing a couple of months ahead of time. If you know someone's struggling and maybe that conversation's got to happen, at least you have a good idea with your partners at Centerstone. That's centerstone.org, or just go to recoverwithus.org.